So I've been thinking there must be something about parenthood, or motherhood in particular, that is a key kind of to us about why this Enlightenment thought is so important. When I look around, for example, and remember what my sister did when she became pregnant, and now my niece is going through, you know, in terms of caring for their body, they no longer take care of it as though it's their own body. They take care of it as though it's a precious receptacle for the benefit of another. You know, my niece has cut out all caffeine, which she loved. She stopped going to Starbucks. She's, you know, taking her vitamins. She's getting exercise, all the things that for herself she couldn't do. Now she's doing because her body is a precious receptacle for others. And it reminds me very much of the offering prayer that you all say before we start. May my body be used to benefit others, and this food be used to nourish it. My niece now really thinks that when she's eating. You know, how's this food affecting my baby? Because just that love for her baby has transformed her whole thinking about her body. And also, you know, in terms of money, they have been enjoying lots of toys, as young couples do, but now suddenly they're on a budget and they've got, you know, savings plan for college, and the kid is hardly, I mean, the kid isn't even born yet. And they could not themselves, you know, scale back their budget, but even the thought that they might be able to benefit a future child has changed the way now their money is an offering to their yet unborn child. And then thinking about, I saw my sister, I went to help her when her new baby was born. It was so amazing, you know. She's a violinist and she tries very hard to practice all the time. For her own self, she couldn't, you know, she tried to practice 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, but it didn't always kind of happen, and some days she skipped it, you know, like that. But as soon as the baby came, she was on an unbelievable sleep schedule, as every mother is, you know. For the purpose of her baby, she woke up 2 or 3 times in the night, several times in the day, completely reoriented to her whole life. And watching my sister, I thought, if I could do my sadhanas like that, you know? If I could, you know, for this purpose of one sentient being, she's sleepless. She walks around like a zombie, you know? Myself, when it gets a little too late at night, I think, well, maybe I'll do the short version of this one. Maybe I'll just, you know. And so, but with considerable joy, every 2 or 3 hours, she gets up for the benefit of her child. And then we hear about the great masters who do, like in our Sakya tradition, the Hivajra sadhana, which takes an hour, 15 minutes at fast, full Tibetan speed. They do the full Hivajra sadhana 4 times a day. I think, could it be possible? For me, the short version once is a sacrifice. But you know, if they have bodhicitta, they could do almost what every woman in the world, and many fathers do too, when they have a child. So I thought maybe, you know, as the great teachers say, this key of really loving every sentient being as if they were your only child might be the key to practice. Not only because it helps to overcome one's own sufferings, little problems, discomforts. You know, being pregnant is really uncomfortable, right? But if they think it's for the purpose of the baby, they can sail right through it, you know. Well, not exactly, but it's much easier than if they think that it's, you know, just about themselves. So being able to overcome sufferings, as Shantideva says, those wishing to conquer the sufferings of their existence, those wishing to dispel the unhappiness of others, and those wishing to experience hundreds of joys should never forsake this enlightenment thought. So it seems to me that there we have a key, if we just look at how mothers care for their child, in how if we could love even one person as much as ordinary people love their children, but expand that to 2 or 3 or 5, or just one's own roommate, or all the people in one's Dharma center, how much love would come into our hearts, how joyfully we would approach the slight sufferings and unhappinesses of our existence. But in addition to that, seeing the great strength that came to every person when they become a parent, it might be that that's why Shantideva says enlightenment thought is the key to enlightenment. Like, if you could get that power that comes with the love of a parent for their single child, you know, people whose child is trapped under a car can lift the car, right? If they think their child is in danger on the other side of the world, they'll be there in 2 days as fast as airplanes can take them if they think they can help. So if we could just get that power in our practice, it will carry us all the way to enlightenment. So somehow, in reflecting on the little sayings that you have, I was around here and there, I was thinking again and again about enlightenment thought and how if we could really get this, firmly hold this enlightenment thought, the great masters are telling us it has the power to carry us all the way to enlightenment, perhaps even in this lifetime. So I pray that that may all come to pass for all of you. And I thank you all very much for this opportunity to think about the Dharma together and to share this opportunity with you. Thank you. Thinking of the wishing enlightenment thought and resolving to carry that into entering enlightenment thought in our lives for the benefit of all sentient beings. Champa pawe chetar chimpa tang kuntu zangpo te yan de shin de da kunji jisu da lop cher ge wan de da tam chi rabdu.